Business Solutions is just that. We ask a business to share the challenges they face so we can focus on the solutions they found to overcome the challenge. We discover terrific lessons for every small business through this process. This week, Pat Miniger with A1 Heating and Air Conditioning joins us. Greg Carlson is also here from the Sandbox Group, filling in for Dan Long, and normally sits in on this. So, Greg, always good to have you with us on the show. And Pat, thank you so much for being with us. Let's just dive right in. Obviously, we have gone through a tumultuous couple of years. People don't need to know about that. They've lived it. But the question is, how have you worked through that challenge? I'm sure you saw a downturn in the construction industry and things like that.
Well, definitely. We've been a company that has dealt new construction for many, many years. And so with the downturn in new construction, we've had to focus more energy towards the replacement market and, of course, keeping our service department strong as well.
And I've seen a lot of that on the service side of things. And then there's also an opportunity in this for new markets.
Yes, I understand that you've doing some expansion in the solar industry.
Well, I'm really proud of Lennox. Lennox, really this last year or 2 years when their economy has been down as well, they've put a lot of money into R&D. They've come out with some great products, one of them being a solar-assisted heat pump and air conditioner, high-efficiency models where you actually are collecting energy, putting it down into the heat pump, and it's running the heat pump, the compressor, the motor, and then of course if it's not running, then you have the opportunity to actually put electricity back through the meter and run it backwards. So it's a great product, and we think it's going to be exciting. Right now there's a 30% tax credit for the solar, so you know, when you look at the actual cost, the tax credit and the savings, it's a wonderful product, and we are looking at doing a little bit more with it.
So let's step it through for the homeowner exactly what that means when you give us an idea what the system is going to do.
Well, the system consists of solar collectors, of course, on the roof, but you know, anymore they're very nice looking, they fit, they're thin, they're down on the roof. And you actually build, you create energy, you know, electricity, and it goes right down and it actually goes right into the heat pump or the air conditioner. And it runs the compressor and it runs the condenser fan motor, which is huge. It's a huge savings. And so for the homeowner, what they're seeing is probably somewhere in the 30 to 40% savings on their energy bill of running that. And that's a huge savings, and again, with the tax credit. A lot of people, you know, the payback is really good on it. It's probably in the 10-year area, but what's really more important is that they are saving energy, they are doing something good, and that's really, really important for us right now because, as we all know, energy is not abundant.
Mm-hmm. Greg, let's talk about this from the standpoint of small business and the lesson learned from tapping into new technology and new markets.
You know, business needs to reinvent itself continually. And if you're doing the same thing that you were doing 3 to 5 years ago the same way, you better stop and take a look at it. Because society, culture changes, the world changes, things are going faster. If we and a small business have to change too. I will talk to businesses and they are having the same systems and formats and doing things the same way for 20 years. And I will guarantee you, if you're not reinventing yourself like Pat is here, doing something on a continual basis, looking over the horizon at what's coming, you're going to be left behind. And solar energy is a great example.
You know, I'm very fortunate. I have a lot of long-time employees, but my employees are really good at adapting to the change and absolutely reinventing yourself because we have to. We have to continue to do that in this market, and that's really what we've done. And it's not easy to do with a lot of old employees, but I'm very, very fortunate that way. They understand the need to do it, and so does Lennox, so I'm really proud of them.
So it's really about having that effective team around you who's able to do it. You've got a good supplier.
And the leader. Mm-hmm. You know, we have to continually adapt, we have to continually change. And having the right team that works together, that understands and trusts and respects the leader and adapts quickly, it can get done.
It's charting a course to success.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen, Pat Miniger, A1 Heating, thank you so much for being with us. Greg Carlson, the Sandbox Group. As always, when we return, a look ahead to the coming week on the news front and our 3 challenges for you out of this show.